Good. All right, so Connor has some fossils here from Charleston, South Carolina. They're mostly 18 to 30 million years old. I'll point out your younger ones whenever we get to them. We're going to start first right up here in this massive pile where you're building together your skeleton from lots of different extinct dolphins, killer dolphins, and whales. So you have a growth plate here from a dolphin vertebra. We call this a vertebral epiphysis. So this popped off of a juvenile dolphin's vertebra after it passed and was fossilized. You have two lumbar or lower back vertebrae right here from dolphins or killer dolphins. And then all of these in here are chunks out of skulls, sections of rib bones from our whales and dolphins. Right here in this line has all of your trace fossils. So these are the internal molds of organisms. Right here is one of a solitary coral that's explicitly 28 to 30 million years old. This section has the steinkerns, or the internal shapes of clams, oysters, snail shells, as well as a mollusk called a shipworm. So this is where the shell fills in with sediment. The shell dissolves away during the fossilization process, and we're left with the copy from within. And then these over here, these little curved rocky ones, these are the trace burrows from things like ghost shrimp and large marine worms. Right here in this section has all of your fish fossils. So you have a hypural bone here, which is the tail bone from something like a swordfish or small tuna. You have lots of other little fin ray bones that jut up the length of the tail of our swordfish and other marlin. And then a couple of vertebrae here as well, one from a swordfish and one from a smaller species of fish. This lineup right here are all of the shark vertebrae. So you have a complete one here showing it's a reef, tiger, or snaggletooth shark. Voids on the top and bottom showing us that. Really big tiger shark vertebra fragment right there on that one. And then this one is super cool because of its size, and I've seen a lot of pieces of these. This is from the Megalodon lineage. So this is either Megalodon chubutensis, which is the direct ancestor, or the 24 to 30 million year old ancestor, Angustodons. And that would be an adult from that lineage. Right here, these three are your extinct loggerhead sea turtle shell fragments. This one is likely above where the head comes out of the carapace, or the upper shell, based on the fact that we can see this margin goes all the way around on the inside. It's likely that that's where a head or a flipper was. Moving into your stingray fossils, you have one tail spine right here, so that line running straight down the middle, and little serrated barbs on either side. These are your stingray teeth. So this column from a cow nose stingray, these three from the devil ray, Plinthicus stenodon, and these are all lost out of the mouth, just like shark teeth. Speaking of, going into your shark teeth now, this giant pile has all of your reef sharks. So there's 35 species included in this group alive today. So things like your blacktip, whitetip, sandbar, silky, bull, and dusky sharks are within this genus. Next up are the extinct tiger sharks. So the flat, compressed crowns like those are from the ancestor to today's tiger shark. The ones that have really twisted crowns and fine serrations are going to be from our long-toothed tiger shark. Both genera went extinct, or both species went extinct 5 million years ago. This section has the snaggletooth shark teeth. Again, has that dinathic heterodonty, so two different jaws having two differently shaped teeth, lower teeth being long and pointed, upper teeth being broad and serrated, so they're holding and slicing with that jaw. Right over here are the sand tiger sharks, just like the species alive today. This one shows those cusplets on the side of the crown there to better grab onto small fish. You also have some teeth from the mako shark group, so probably a couple of different species represented here. These three are from the great white lineage, but because they have smooth edges, we know they are the extinct great white. Our modern great white has serrated teeth, so this is Carcharodon histalis. Right over here, the big teeth, these are from the Megalodon lineage. primarily these are going to be from angustodons, which is that 24 to 30 million year old ancestor of the megalodon shark. This one being from a subadult or a young adult. This tooth is a hammerhead shark tooth. So out of all those reef sharks, you got one hammerhead. So smooth edge on the outer side. On the short or distal side, it comes in at a 90-degree angle. These two smooth edge teeth, no serrations on them, broad curving crowns, are the thresher shark teeth. This one is the tooth that no one else in our group found today, and it's rather hard to find this species because it only goes back through about the Pleistocene, upwards of 2.5 million years, but is still around today. Typically, our hammerheads have smooth edges, and we can always say, yep, if it's a hammerhead, it's going to have a smooth edge. However, a couple million years ago, one species started to serrate their teeth. Your big quintessential hammerhead that everyone thinks of, Sphaernomaccharon, the great hammerhead, coming in at 20 feet long, has teeth that are no bigger than this. So that is a great hammerhead shark tooth. Very nice find. Looks like a lemon shark that has serrations on the whole crown. Up to the top row now, your rock is a discoidal quartz pebble that washed out of the Appalachian Mountains 24 million years ago, worked its way down here to the coast into a marine deposit with shark teeth and dolphin bones. This one is a little manatee, or more likely a small dugong, so a relative of the manatee, a sirenian, a little rib bone from that guy. Right here you have a toothed echolocating dolphin's ear bone. We call this a tympanic bulla. I know it looks a lot like a rock, but this one is one of the more diagnostic bones within the skull that help paleontologists understand early echolocation and how it evolved in dolphins and whales. Right here, that tooth is from a barracuda. So that is one of those front or anterior teeth. It's asymmetrical in nature. And then your final category is your youngest. These are Ice Age fossils right here, so 11,000 to 2.5 million years old. This one is a piece of pond turtle shell out of the Ice Age, so not sea turtle. And this one, it's another one of those things where you just have to see a lot of pieces, and after time, you're going to recognize them. But this is actually the very polished ivory from the tusk of a mammoth or mastodon. Incredibly shiny. It has this concavo-convex shape, and when it's not as polished as this, we can actually see a cross-hatching pattern on the shortest edge. It's called the Schrieger pattern of little X's, and that's how dentine grows outward in ivory tusks. Excellent finds.
Good job, buddy. Thank you.